Hey everybody, Joe here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to find out if the Ninja Foodi Power Blender Ultimate System can replace both your regular Ninja Foodi Power Blender and your dedicated food processor, freeing up that extra counter space. So you ready? Let's get into this. The Ninja Foodi Power Blender is very versatile. It can handle regular blending duties, it's got a single cup, it's got the XL smoothie maker for thicker stuff in bowls, and it comes with a dough blade that can handle, well, making dough. The problem is that although it can handle a lot of processing duties, it can't handle all the stuff that a dedicated food processor does. And for my uses, that's grating, slicing, and shredding. So for all that stuff, I picked up the Ninja Professional Food Processor. Well, just recently, Ninja came out with their Ninja Foodi Power Blender Ultimate System. And what you get there is a powered up Ninja Foodi Power Blender with all the attachments that came with the original Power Blender, but you also get a second lid with a pusher and disc compatibility, and also 2 food processing discs. The real question is, does it do a better job than a dedicated food processor? Now we already know that in its normal configuration, the 2 Power Blenders are identical other than the fact that the Ultimate is a little bit more high powered. So anything that the original Ninja Foodi Power Blender can do, the one with the Ultimate system can do just as well, if not a little bit better. So that being said, we only ran it through a couple of tests. We set both blenders up next to each other, used the single serving cups, and blended ourselves a smoothie using the exact same ingredients in the exact same measurements. They both got done at the exact same time and produced the exact same results. No surprise there at all. In addition, we went ahead and used the XL smoothie bowl maker attachment and made ourselves some nice creamy peanut butter. We didn't really need to go into comparison with that because just like everything else on the blender to blender comparison, everything came out about the same. So as far as all your regular blending duties go, no problem. Then again, we didn't expect there to be a problem anyway. Why would there be? What was really interesting is when we got into our food processing tests. We went ahead and set up the discs in our Ninja Professional Food Processor, and right next to it, we set up the Ultimate Systems blender in processing disk configuration. As you can see, the discs in the food processor are much larger than the discs that come with the Ultimate system. However, the motor in the Ultimate system is about 400 watts more powerful than the one in our professional food processor. So we figured it would be interesting to see what would happen here. For our first test, we went ahead and shredded a big block of mozzarella cheese in each of the units. And as you can see, they both did the job. But if you look at the dedicated food processor, there's a lot of bits of cheese kind of flopping around and bouncing around up in the top. And the Ultimate Systems discs seem to just power right through it. If you look really closely at the finished product, here's the cheese that comes out of the food processor, and here's the cheese that came out of the Ultimate system. There's a pretty big difference there. The food processor did a fine job, but if you look at the results from the Ultimate system, the cheese just seems to be sliced thinner, it's fluffier, and it just looks generally more neat. We also took a little bit of time to shred some red cabbage, slice some carrots, and also slice a little bit of zucchini, just to see how the machines compared processing foods with different textures. For all that stuff, I couldn't really tell the difference between the 2 machines. Next, we moved on to making a little bit of pizza dough. Again, we carefully measured out all the ingredients. Everything is exactly the same on both machines here. When we made the pizza dough in the dedicated food processor, it kind of looked like the machine wanted to jump off the countertop. So I had to end up kind of holding it down for a little bit just to make sure it didn't go anywhere. The Power Blender from the Ultimate system seemed to handle it just fine, as you can see here. And if you look at the end results, they both came out exactly the same if you disregard that weird problem we had with the food processor. So if you want to look at pure results, it looks like the Ninja Foodi Power Blender Ultimate System's disk system actually worked better than a dedicated food processor. And remember, these are both Ninja products. This is their top of the line blender, and it's also their top of the line food processor. So it's not like we're comparing an off brand or something like that. One critique we do have is that the Ninja Foodi Power Blender Ultimate system is using the same pitcher for blending and for the food processing with the different lids. As a result, you've got a thinner, taller pitcher versus the shorter, wider pitcher that you get on a dedicated food processor. That does make it a little bit tougher to get everything out of the container, but to be honest, that difference is negligible. Next, you gotta look at the price. In my case, I went ahead and spent about $130 for the Ninja Foodi Power Blender, and I spent another $130 on the Ninja Professional Food Processor, since I got the top of the line one. So I spent $260 for 2 appliances. The Ninja Foodi Power Blender Ultimate System retails for $230. So let's see, if we're just comparing the blender portions, the 2 Ninja Foodi Power Blenders are almost exactly the same, except the one with the Ultimate System is a little bit more powerful and it looks a little bit nicer actually. But then the Ultimate System's processor disks actually do a better job than Ninja's dedicated food processor. And I'll be able to eliminate a small appliance from my countertop on top of that, you say? Oh, and it costs less too. So let's recap. Better looking, more powerful, smaller footprint, and less money. Well, why the heck wouldn't you buy the Ninja Foodi Power Blender Ultimate System over 2 appliances then? Well, I would say all of that makes this decision a no-brainer. If you want to see a little bit more information about that system, there's a link down in the description area of the video so you can check that out. If you want to learn a little bit more about Joe's Phenomenal, you can check out a couple more of our videos, or you can check us out online at joesphenomenal.com. I thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching this video. And until next time, my name's Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.